want to welcome you to the intermission. This is phpSteroid part 9.5, or part 9.5. It's not quite part 10 yet, but I wanted to let you know what has changed in the past, well, since part 9. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this presentation. So, first off, I want to go ahead and go over a few changes that have happened in the platform. It's been a long time since I've made a video about phpSteroid. Some of this is due to the changes I've been making within the platform. Others has been due to lots of work at my full-time job, lots of work with the startup, lots of things going on in my life. Things are looking great for me. But here's a few things that you guys should know. So the platform now supports htaccess file. Used to, it did not support any of this. If you remember back at part 9, part 7, part whatever parts that you've watched, you noticed I was not using htaccess files for anything. It's because the platform automatically did that for me. I started noticing some bottlenecks within that, so I got away from using that pattern and started using htaccess files for all my projects now. The platform is hybrid, or let's go ahead and put that lightly. It's what I like to call a native hybrid platform. It runs PHP. It can run PHP 5.4, PHP 7, and HHVM. And it can run all that natively. Auto scaling has been simplified a lot. Servers can now come online, go offline at any time, and the platform is handling that. The platform no longer uses a MySQL cluster. We started noticing a bunch of things with using smaller servers and a MySQL cluster, and we just didn't have the budget to continue running the MySQL cluster, or we didn't have the budget to upgrade the MySQL cluster after the MySQL cluster got overly complicated. So what we've done is we've actually purchased a much larger MySQL server, just a single server, that can handle more than the MySQL cluster could to begin with. So that adds a lot of benefit to us, but at the same time it adds a bottleneck to us, because if our MySQL server ever goes offline, then we have a problem. But I don't see that happening, so I think we're safe for now. We now use Nuclide for code editing, which is an awesome tool for us to have under our tool belt now. So that's some of the basic changes that have happened within the environment. So let's go ahead and jump over to the next slide here. And I mentioned Inet Portal in the past. I've mentioned it in two different ways. I've always called it either Inet Portal or the platform. Both of those can be one and one, pretty much the same thing. So in the previous slide, I did talk about the platform. The platform has actually been packaged up into one large application, kind of, sort of thing. It's not really an application, it's many applications under one belt. It is called Inet Portal. So Inet Portal manages everything about the platform: system monitoring, auto scaling, you name it. The database server, it can scale that up and down and all around. It manages all kinds of things. Inet Portal actually has many API inputs to do with billing, credit card processing, bank account processing. We can set up domains within Inet Portal. We can register domains through Inet Portal. We can do all kinds of things through Inet Portal's APIs. And we can manipulate the platform itself. what programming language the application is supposed to be running. We can do all that from within APIs, and we can actually manipulate the platform for our application individually through our application, which is kind of weird to think about, but it is amazing once you get used to it. Inet Portal is also the bread and butter of the platform, which I'm building phpSteroid to work with. So Inet Portal is our platform. phpSteroid is designed for Inet Portal. So let's go ahead and go over to the next slide, and you'll figure out a couple more things about this update and about what I'm telling you. So now that we know what Inet Portal is, I'm just going to let you know you don't need Inet Portal. phpSteroid is optimized for Inet Portal. It's meant to run on Inet Portal, but you do not need Inet Portal to use phpSteroid. So within the series, I will build things that work best on Inet Portal, but you should be able to run it on any other platform as well. So any server that can run PHP, such as a shared server, a local host, any kind of VPS that maybe GoDaddy or HostGator or 1&1 or DigitalOcean, as long as it has PHP installed on it, you should be able to run phpSteroid. So that's basically what it is, and phpSteroid should run pretty fast. I mean, it's just optimized for Inet Portal because Inet Portal needs certain things for things to run correctly. So you throw a WordPress website on Inet Portal and it's going to move dirt slow. As you can see with my blog, GaryMathis.com runs really slow. It is a WordPress website and it is running on Inet Portal. So Inet Portal is really slow for stuff like that, but Inet Portal runs really fast with phpSteroid. So that is one thing to keep in mind, is you don't need Inet Portal to run it. So PHP 5.4 versus PHP 7, what is the difference? So Inet Portal finally got an upgrade. Finally. It was brutal. But we went from PHP 5.4 to PHP 7. And here's what we've noticed. PHP 7 has a built-in class called error, which I was told about after making a previous video. I've since actually told you how to fix this within another video that I made previously. And PHP 7 has a problem with our router class, specifically at line 14. I will show you how to fix that one. That's a very simple fix, not much to change there. And then other than that, not much has changed as far as what we're concerned about. There was several applications in which I did write that I ended up having to pretty much rewrite parts of them to be PHP 7 compatible, but PHP 5.4 is still running on our servers, so we can take advantage of that if we need to. So, HHVM. What is HHVM? So, HHVM stands for HipHop Virtual Machine. It's a version of PHP released by Facebook. When Facebook was trying to figure out, okay, we're using too much of all these resources, how can we make this better? So Facebook created HHVM and they noticed a 60% reduction in CPU usage. That is a lot of reduction. So in some instances, HHVM is actually faster than PHP 7. Most of the time it's the other way around. PHP 7 has really been optimized. So in a lot of cases, PHP 7 is faster than HHVM. In almost in almost every instance, HHVM is faster than PHP 5. HHVM also introduces another programming language called Hack, and if you notice, I put the quote around programming language. It is still PHP, except for it's type-based. So they've added a lot of stuff into that to actually make PHP much, much, much faster. So it is a quote-unquote programming language, still PHP, but it is a type-based PHP, if that makes any sense at all. So phpSteroid can run on both HHVM or PHPs with no changes to the code whatsoever. So that is amazing. So another thing that we started doing with our servers is we started using something called Nuclide. So Nuclide is a plugin that was released by Facebook for the Atom IDE. It allows us to edit our code without the need for FTP. It speeds up our programming time because we no longer need to download our code from the servers when there's been a change made. So, for instance, say I have a group of programmers and I'm working with this group of programmers and we're all working on the same code base. Well, used to with FTP, if John Doe was over there editing code, he uploaded it, and I needed to edit that same file that he changed. Well, I would have to go download that file. And sometimes I would forget to do that. And we would overwrite each other's code. So with Nuclide, that is much different. So when John Doe's editing a file and he hits save, our servers automatically know that that file has been updated. So it's going to let my computer know, hey, this file has been updated. So the next time I open up this file, my computer is going to automatically go to the server and grab the new file. Now, another thing that's pretty cool about this is, we used to have to download the entire project to edit the project. Well, we didn't have to download the entire project, but if we wanted our auto-completion, we would. Well, we no longer have to do that because as we're typing, Atom is actually, or Nuclide is actually querying the server, getting our auto-complete data. So we no longer have to download the entire project for all this to work. So this is all amazing, 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 amazing concepts. So that is what Nuclide is, and if you guys really want to know more about it, dude, just go on Google and search for the word Nuclide. It's all over the place. It is amazing. So the question is, why does this even matter to you? Well, really and truly, it may not matter very much to you. But I have my reasons why I wanted to let you guys know of all this. So you will see me do things a little bit differently. In some cases, you'll see me do things a lot differently. This is why. This platform is the reason why. I wanted to also do this video to let you know the difference of what you're working on and what I'm working with. So I also wanted to stay on the same page with you, and there's a lot more reasons. A lot of reasons I couldn't come up with off the top of my head, but there's several reasons why this actually matters to you. So what is our conclusion? So phpSteroid is a framework. It's a PHP framework. Should run on any environment. But phpSteroid is actually meant for Inet Portal. Inet Portal is a platform that the Force Syndicate owns, and the Force Syndicate is planning on releasing this platform basically as a subscription in the future. So later on, there's going to be a separate version of phpSteroid that will be more optimized for Inet Portal, but it will have things that only Inet Portal can do, which I won't go over all those in this video in the video series. So things that Inet Portal and only Inet Portal can do, this video series will not have that. So that's just to let you guys know that, dude, I love making these videos for you. I want to continue making these videos for you, and the platform is an amazing platform, and it took a lot of work, and there's a lot of programmers that came in behind this platform. But phpSteroid is is a big framework. It's going to be a big framework. Uh, from the tutorial series that you guys have seen, you guys haven't seen the big part of PHpSteroid. PHpSteroid is massive compared to the video series that I've done so far. So there's a lot of new things that you guys will be seeing in the short future, because I'm no longer as busy as what I was. So anywho, thank you guys for watching this video, and stay tuned for part 10, because that's coming really soon. So thank you guys.